I didn't start with choreographing. I started with writing. Often short, surreal, poetic stories or plays. The format would change depending on the book I was reading, conversations I had, the situations of my own life. I remember writing a very surreal, very desperate play about a zoo when I was working in London's public schools as a supply teacher. Writing certainly was a way of processing and transforming experiences. Over the past 5 years, I choreographed around 15 pieces. Some smaller, some bigger, solos, many duets, and group works. And I'd like to talk about the ones that are most memorable for me. In 2013, I became a member of the Intergalactic Arts Collective here at Artscape Young Place. To fall in love with the studio was easy, and I'm grateful to be a part of the community here. I remember how excited I was to find out that my neighbors, the Paper House Studio, were artists who create with paper. And I asked them to collaborate with me on What Remains and Shadow, 2 pieces that premiered in 2014. What Remains? What is it about? In a nutshell, greed. The desire to possess more. And shadow? The confrontation between a woman and her unconscious. Do you know these days when you wake up slightly disturbed, ready to go down the wrong path? And then through willpower, you don't go there. And the next day, you can't even remember anymore the internal dangers that you had to navigate with such caution and strength. It happened a lot to me when I was younger, and it still happens sometimes. My own shadow appears and grows into infinity. Shadow is also a collaboration with animator Luisa Stenzel and composer Augusto Monk. Both will be my creative partners for Omni, the piece that this fundraiser is dedicated to. After Shadow and What Remains, I spent some time thinking about ways of bringing contemporary dance to a wider range of audiences. So I created 2 duets, The 4 Seasons and The 4 Elements, with the idea of bringing them to elementary and secondary schools. I tried to pick accessible topics that are suitable for children and young people without being patronizing nor making the pieces literal. I called the project Discover Your Dance, and it consisted of a performance of the duet followed by a 1-hour workshop where the students would explore the 4 seasons or elements in their own bodies. I think we performed the 4 seasons about 20 times in Toronto, Milton, Oakville, and Burlington. Evolution is one of my most recent choreographies and was created over the course of a year. I purposely avoided the use of props and multimedia to solely focus on the development of movement. To structure the piece, I worked with sections that I called Age of Stone, age of animal, age of man, and age of consciousness. This really helped me envisioning the progression of the piece and creating a specific movement vocabulary for each section. Evolution was performed at the Toronto Fringe Festival in 2016, and the music was written by Dominik Jalkaganova. My goals for Omni: to do a good job, to apply the skills I have learned over the years, and to create a piece that is relevant, entertaining, and original. The topic, how media is present in our everyday life, is vast. Rehearsals for Omni start in late March, and I will use the time until then to research the topic in order to approach it from different perspectives.